with when I did the spring training broadcast for the Rangers is I gave myself a fake radio personality because it would be really weird for Henry McCade to be broadcasting Henry McCade. Um, so like now
What's
that
happening?
that yeah, now that we know who's actually going to be in the game for the most part.
Okay,
Um,
also, I'm gonna send the Twitch link and let me know when you guys join, and I will promote you in the chat.
Send me a link. I might have to make an account.
Probably.
um, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to sign in.
Also, I will just be moderating it too, so it's like not like the biggest deal, but also be a good test of just when you join in general.
It's also good for us to have an eye on it because we know people are going to comment and are going to expect us to react to that. One thing about fake baseball people, they do love a fucking bit.
Yep.
Really not exempt from that.
Why is it not letting me sign in?
Telling me they're unread messages, but none that I have there. Broadcast up, Discord up. I think I am all set.
All right. Logged in.
What is your username?
Um, I'm gonna send a message in the chat real
Yes, thank
quick.
you.
Just a hello. Okay.
And then I'm creating a new account for this because I cannot figure out if I have a Twitch account or not. That's one. Is that legal? That was legally permitted. And the account is Noah 333.
Okay. Once you join the stream, I can just easily promote you.
On there. We come up with on short notice.
Okay, there you go.
So Freddie's calling for game to start here. Damon, tell us when we're live and we'll get started.
Oh, you're up and running there, boss. I just posted an
Well,
announcement,
good
so
evening, folks.
Godspeed to you.
What do I know? Good evening, folks. Welcome to Season 12 All-Star festivities as we kick off with the live game. My name is Noah Diamond, and I'm joined this evening by Henry McCade. Henry, how are you doing?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Fantastic. I'm doing great. Thank you for joining us as the Osaka Ramen Bowls, led by Goaty McGoatface, host team to be named later, led by Ahab Seeley. And yes, that team has in fact been named. It has been named team to be named later. Not to be confused with the idea that the team will be named later. The team was already named. It was just named team to be named later. We are going to have a great game tonight, folks. The live game format is alive and well. Some nice tweaks from last year where things took a little bit of time to get started. This game will be umpired manually to avoid slowness with UmpBot. So in advance, I want to say thank you to our umpire team made up of, and if you'll give me just a moment here, I'll pull up the names. I had them, and now I seem to have lost them. What a shame. Our umps this evening are Jigs, Freddie Hupp, and Dirk Nurple. So thank all three of you for your efforts. It's going to be a phenomenal game. Henry, this is uh, your first All-Star break, your first All-Star exhibition. What are you looking to see?
Well, I'm looking to see some exciting gameplay. I, this is the return of Stupido. My understanding, he hasn't played in quite a while, and this is his first game back. Probably his only
Fact-
game back for another long while.
And in fact, he is up first for Team TBD. Looks like the first pitch is in, and he is about ready to swing, except that identifying who he needs to ping is not done properly. Freddie has offered the correction, and Stupido is getting ready to swing. Uh, Henry, you are a hitter, as memory serves, correct?
Yes, I am a hitter this year. Um,
So, would you be in Stupido's shoes, having not swung for a while, coming up first in an exhibition game? What would be going through your head here? What do you think you'd be trying to swing?
well, see, I would be trying to. It's hard being first up, especially if you haven't exactly been looking at scouting all that often, uh, and you're on a 2 minute time crunch. Uh, at this point, I would probably try to swing somewhere middle of the road and go and be crossing my fingers and praying to God that I at least drew a walk.
Put some wood on the ball that's going into right field, but it looks like it's going to fall a little bit short of the warning track. Nice, easy can of corn there, and our first out has been made. Our game is underway. Uh, Next up, we've got you'll excuse me, I cannot remember how to pronounce this name for the life of me. Karajarabis, an all-star this season, second season in a row. Last season's MVP, in fact. Uh, the typical Diamondback looks like he is getting ready to swing. Ball's going straight up towards the pitcher. All of the infielders are coming in, converging, waving off the pitcher. Our catcher has settled under it, and that is 2 outs. Game is going to go very quickly this evening, folks. Yep. Great. How have you been finding your fake baseball experience thus far?
Oh, it's been just entirely enjoyable. I love the community here. I don't think I've met someone I haven't liked.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And has hitting been as you expected? Any challenges that you've been finding thus far?
It is extremely difficult, and it looks like oh, nope. It has been sorry about that. It has been extremely difficult. It looks like the pitch is in, and
In
Salami
as
is
our
to bat.
Salami up to bat. Salami in their second season fake baseball, playing for the San Diego Padres. Looks like they are having a good time with that team, uh, led by Kiel and V. Uh, doing- Looks like reasonably well. Hasn't taken a walk yet this year, but seems to be hitting for some power with an OPS of over 1-1. Can't really complain about that. It's like our swing is in, and as we wait for that, I would just like to put out a quick reminder, folks. There are some additional votes coming in for the All-Star game, some reserves. So yes, please make sure to put in your votes for the folks who you think are most deserving, and we will see how they go. Bat on the ball, right up the first baseline, just the first baseman. Easy scoop, calls off the pitcher, takes it themselves, and we are heading to the bottom of the first inning, where the Osaka Ramen Bulls are going to the take themselves to the plate. And as team to be named later takes the field, it looks like Gary Appalachia is taking the mound. Henry, you may recall there was some controversy with Gary, specifically how to pronounce his last name. Uh,
Oh, I
do you
remember.
do you come down on the Appalachia or the Appalachia side of that debate?
Oh, I've always pronounced it Appalachia, um, but I also grew up all over the country, so I've heard it all sorts of different ways. Um, but in the southern United States, Appalachia is much more common.
Of the places you've been, are there any places where you would say you enjoyed living more or enjoyed uh, catching a baseball game more?
I really enjoyed living up in Seattle and going to T-Mobile Park back when it was Safeco Field. Um,
Great
that was
choice.
probably yeah, that was
Best
probably
choice.
the best. Yeah. I wouldn't live there now, but it's much better than living in the desert where I currently live.
Let Freddie Huff hear that, or he might eject you from the broadcast. Looks like we are having some quick difficulties with our sheet. What is an all-star exhibition without some sort of sheet issues? Uh, so while we're having some issues, I would like to take a quick moment to remind you that there is a best type of hit in fake baseball, and no, it is not a home run. Looks like Gary has gotten set on the mound, and we are just waiting for the Osaka Ramen Bowl's first hitter, Stu Pundis, to uh, put in a swing. Uh, Stu, though some of you who are older may remember, was part of the league back in season 8, only just unretiring this year. Uh, After a nice layoff, uh, Stu had quite a season 8. Uh, Now, Henry, this was a bit before your time, but Stu was, believe it or not, the MVP, won a Silver Slugger, and was an All Star in that season for the Oakland Athletics. It was a hell of a season from Mr. Pundis there.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, that no doubt he's definitely one of the batters of all time.
One of the batters of all time and one of the wordsmiths of all time. As anybody who has been in a chat with him knows, Pundis does appreciate some wordplay.
Oh yes, he loves puns almost as much as you love triples.
It's pretty darn close. I will give him that.
Would this be the time for an ad read?
I think this would be a great time for an ad read, Dayman. Take it away.
I don't want. Production's supposed to hand me the ad reads. Pay no attention to the fact that I'm in production.
Oh, we have a
Today's
sub.
game is sponsored by ad reads. Ad reads for when your
Athletic
production team
Greens.
desperately needs something to talk about.
This game's sponsored by Hank, my bulldog.
Looks like
The students at school
looks
call
like
him Mr.
Stu
Hank the
Pundis
Septic
may
Tank.
have pulled something and is stepping out, and stepping in is Milk Boy. Milk Boy, this year's All Star, puts the bat on the ball straight through the hole into the outfield, and folks, we have our first hit of the game. Taking a turnaround first, but retreating is Milk Boy. Batter is on first base, and our next pitch will be in soon.
Does milk
Hey
build
man, would like
muscle?
to know, does milk build muscle? And would you believe I have a story about that? I was recently on a call with a professional in my industry, who somebody on the call noted, "You are looking very buff." And the person legitimately, without lying, said, "It's milk. It's the only way I can get enough calories and protein. It's milk."
With a straight face, they said that.
With a dead straight face, this man said, "You know what the answer to getting buff is? Is cow's milk."
That's, it's a tried and true method. I can't disagree with it. Can't
It
argue
is
with it.
definitely a answer.
It is.
He
Is
is
is it the right answer? I don't know.
I don't
but it is
know.
an answer.
I don't know enough about milk to dispute it.
so Gary's putting his pitch in.
Oh,
Domino Calzone is up to bat, but Milk Boy is running. Milk Boy is running, and drum roll, please. You might be wondering how this is taking so
The,
long, and the
the
answer is they're playing underwater, and things take a
T-
lot longer.
Team TBD is currently heckling the umpires. Boo! Boo! Team Ramen Bowls is just yelling, "Speed! Speed!" It's a real immovable object meets unsolvable force. Who will win? Speed or boo? Oh, and we have our first block so and so message. As is tradition.
As is tradition. This game brought to you by Speed. Speed, it's a drug, but nobody thinks of it.
Speed. Game brought to you by
hot stealing.
It's like, Milk Boy, it
he
would
was
be more effective to steal if you didn't fall on your face.
he was struck
Maybe you should have
down.
had a little less milk.
He was struck down.
Struck down for his arrogance. and for consuming too much milk.
The tomato emoji is so good.
We would like to know, where is speed on the Mount Rushmore of drugs?
It's at least up there. I'd
It
say
is on the Mount Rushmore.
it's probably where Thomas Jefferson is.
You heard it from Dayman, folks. Speed is Thomas Jefferson.
I think that if Thomas
Well,
Jefferson did speed, I would like to see
we
the
almost had our
results.
first.
With
I mean,
one out in the inning, Gary's going to get set for his next pitch, and it looks like it is in. Domino Calzone, the AL's manager for the All-Star game, last year's MVP, and one of last year's Red Solo Cup winners with the Detroit Tigers, is up to bat.
And Milk Boy said milk
Like,
gives him power, not speed. So that does track. That does track. Tracks with your experience as well.
it does seem to
I don't
track.
know.
That ball is hit softly up the left side. Domino is racing down the line, but it's picked up by the third baseman, swung across. It is out at the plate. That is another out for the team, and there are 2 outs in the inning.
So, I don't know about speed, but Thomas Jefferson did eat a lot of macaroni and cheese.
How do you know that?
Say more about that, please.
Yeah, please.
So there's actually uh, recipes recovered from like Thomas Jefferson's personal chefs. They don't call it macaroni and cheese, but the recipe does make macaroni and cheese.
At the end
Just
of it, you're like,
without
this is a bowl of macaroni and
cheese.
cheese, dude.
Exactly. And it was reportedly one of Thomas Jefferson's favorite meals.
Dude, who doesn't like fucking starch and cheese, though? Like, you kind of have to be, like, an insane person to be like, I don't like noodles and cheese. Like, if you give that to anybody across time, they're gonna be like, yeah, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
That is
And it looks like we
scorched
have a
by
base
Mark
hit.
Skinny. Scorched to the wall. Recovered by the outfielder, thrown in. Market taking a wide turnaround first, but retreats back despite it going off the wall. That is going to be a single for Mark. Who, my goodness, Mark. I understand that that hit was beautiful, but you gotta run out of the box, my dude. You're a runner. You gotta run out of the box. Goodness, my goodness. So we've got a runner on first base, and it looks like we have another steal in. Uh, we will see what the result is soon. But Henry, how have you found the stealing environment? Are you a fan of the steal in fake baseball, or do you prefer waiting for the hit?
I do apologize. Could you repeat that? I had a message from Flame Test.
Oh, good. And thank you to Flame Test for organizing this year's game. My question for you is, do you enjoy the steal and fake baseball, or are you more of a let the hitter hit
I
philosophy person?
I am very much a small ball fan. I love the bunts. I love the singles. I love the steals. Uh, even in fake baseball.
Do want to say, as Mark is caught stealing and the inning ends, you may have just talked yourself out of ever joining San Diego. Uh, GM Kiel is very well known for one opinion, and that is bunts are bad. In fact, that word is banned in the San Diego clubhouse.
Well, I am on a minor league team with Charlie Buntman, so the bunting opinion kind of rubbed off on me.
Are you a steal in all circumstances person, or do you want to wait for a specific case before you start
Oh,
seeing a steal?
100% specific case. Never steal with 2 outs on the board. It's
You would
just
not
not.
necessarily be in support of Mark's choice there.
Oh, not at all.
Oof. Well, calculated risk doesn't mean it was well calculated, but calculated nonetheless. Uh, as Ellis Nash comes back to the mound, I believe that our batter will be Dart Ragusa, the once and current Met, well known for the Max Homer style, which in an earlier interview, Dart noted might be Max Homers. Don't hit a lot of homers. Very well known for loving the max difference triple there. Oh, it looks like I may be mistaken here, and it may be that Dart made the last out of the inning. Uh, looks like
No.
Hard Candy is actually up to bat.
Yep. Dart. So Dart made the first out of the inning. Now it's hard
Oh,
candy.
look at that! This game's going too fast for me, folks. Hard Candy out of Milwaukee uh, is not your grandparents' Hard Candy.
Oh no.
Uh,
I'm There's Tabasco in there.
oh boy.
Shutter. Shutter.
Hey man, do you have an opinion on Tabasco?
I like Tabasco,
As
not
this
in
one is
candy, but
floated just over This one's floated just over the second baseman's head into right center field, cut off by the center fielder, and we have a runner on first base, folks.
Gotta love a bloop
Not
single.
not a fan of spicy candy day, man.
I am not. I'm a white person who cannot handle spice. Anything hotter than like Tabasco, I'm gonna be sweating like a motherfucker.
Let's see. Uh, Tabasco, not the best hot sauce
No,
out there.
definitely not. I'm a
Cholula?
Cholula. That is like anything hotter than that though. I'm fucked. I like it, but it hurts. Like Frank's Red Hot,
Cholula
basically
or
same
Tapatio.
thing.
Frank's Red
Yeah.
Hot is the hot sauce to use when you're making buffalo wings.
Yes,
But other than that, it's either Tapatio or Cholula.
Cholula is like
Hard
my
Candy has
go-to on
taken
like
off for
everything.
second base,
Hard candy, go.
and we will see if they can manage it, or if we will have we have a successful steal, folks. Nobody steals. Nobody fails to steal 3 times in a row when it's a live game. Runner is on second base as everybody's favorite verbose and lengthy announcer Homer Knocker comes to the plate.
Let's hope he
Henry,
makes this at bat shorter than his announcements.
Henry, as somebody who is in their first year with the league, do you remember your first reaction when you saw your first Homer announcements?
Yes, I actually do. It was, oh God, I want this to end.
And now, having seen several rounds of these, what is your opinion on the Homer announcement?
Oh God, please let it end.
You come to
It's
It's
grips
growing.
with
growing
There
all
on
are
of
me.
it.
two.
It's growing on me, but it's growing like a tumor.
It does seem that there are two schools of thoughts on these announcements. One is that they are very funny, and one is that they are atrocious. This ball lifted to shallow right. Right fielder settling under it, and that is a caught ball. 2 outs of the inning. Runner on second base. David,
Homer did
as
not
league
knock.
operation. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying Homer did not knock a homer.
He did not. He is a homer knocker, but he does not always knock a homer.
Very true.
David, as league ops, what does the All Star game and the All Star break mean for you? Is this something that you look forward to every year?
Yes. Also, in some ways, no. It's just very busy.
A bit of work to put together.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just about done, actually. I'm finishing, like, a majority of stuff, so after that, my answer would be different.
Congratulations on almost wrapping up, and on behalf of the league, thank you for the work in putting all this together. Rich Driver of the Yankees is up to bat. Rich, I believe, a longtime Yankee, uh, batting from the left side of the plate. Uh, Rich having not their best season with an OPS of about 650. Respectable, although I'm sure not to the level of success they were hoping for this year.
Oh, and it looks like someone's trying to get Bobby to dome in the middle of the live game.
So
Just a
if
quick
there were
dome. Just a
one
quick dome.
person, if there were one person I would think you could get to dome in the middle of a quick game, it would be Luke Fromm. But if it was a second person, it would be Bobby. As we wait for the swing to come in from Rich Driver, we are coming to you live from the NyQuil broadcast boost. NyQuil, the only reason you can hear either of your broadcast, any of your broadcasters today. Dayman, I don't know if you've been sick, but Henry and I both have, and it has been a time.
Oh yeah,
Not
I
sick, but
was
I'm
sick the
impaired.
entire time I was going through that trade to Boston.
As somebody who has recently been traded, and speaking to somebody who has not gone through a trade before, what has been your experience with that? How is being a trade target in fake baseball?
It was both very uh, heartwarming to see all the interest in me, and also very confusing because I was on so much NyQuil.
Looks like Rich Driver has been called back to the dugout, and out comes Six, the GM of the Oakland Athletics. Uh, the Oakland
Andre
Athletic has
Anderson.
not batted at all this year, so this will be an interesting experience. It looks like this one's going up to the shortstop. Quick hop, over slung to first base for the out. Looks like, folks, we are heading to the bottom of the inning. Now, Henry, you are heading to Boston, led by Uncle Crush and Joel Justice. Any thoughts on your new GMs?
Yes, Joel and Crush are honestly two of the best people I have met in the community, and I am very much looking forward to uh, being on a team run by them. Um,
Fantastic.
they they bring a great energy to the game.
You've really done quite a job in refreshing the Boston clubhouse in just this one season. It
Oh
seems to
yes,
be turning into quite a destination. And Uncle Crush has chimed in to say that from the Boston point of view, it was not just Henry, but also the hat that was uh, very important in having you traded for.
uh, are you talking about the Badger hat?
And only imagine it's the Badger hat.
Yeah, my Badgers hat has been fairly popular for some reason.
and it's on a Badger. What's not to be popular?
Yeah. And it looks like the pitch is in to Mikey Thomas.
Mickey Thomas of the Florida Marlins is tied for third in the National League in home runs this season, batting 286, 348, and get this, 1.048 slugging. Mikey has been on an absolute tear this year. And this one is hit in the air to right field, going back up, coming to the wall, leaping, and brought it back into the yard. That is an out. We will ignore that it says right ground out and that your good friend Noah cannot read, and just saw that it was an out to the right side.
Yeah, no, it just
You know what's
clipped through the ground and jumped up into the air. That's why it was a ground out, but also over the wall.
and sometimes you have those mole balls, they're very popular. Jerome S. Monroe up to bat. Jerome usually playing for Seattle. Has been in the league since I believe season 8. Uh,
Yep.
and currently is tied for the most wins as a pitcher, the most losses as a pitcher, and has sole possession of the most saves in the American League this year. Uh, how one does that? Well, by pitching a lot. I believe it's 12 games that they have appeared in so far.
And we have our
And
first strikeout.
unfortunately, Jerome does appear to hit like a pitcher, which is to say, not well. Now, Henry, I don't know how much interaction you've had with Shorty McDougal in the league. Shorty
Um,
is very famously a proponent of fuck the DH, make the pitcher sit, or let the pitcher sit, as it would be. Where do you come down on the pitcher sitting debate?
I grew up uh, with the American League. Uh,
So you don't have too
DH.
strong you don't have too stronger feelings. You're a DH. I'm the same way. Where like I've always been an
Edgar
American League
Martinez.
fan, so I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I want the I want the DH, like Edgar, man, like.
Edgar Martinez was one of my favorite players growing up, and the DH award is literally named after him. So
Like you're not gonna
I
you're not
do.
gonna
Reason?
catch a Mariners fan that isn't like is like fuck the DH. It's like the goddamn DH award is named after Edgar. Like
It's a
Yeah,
soft tap. We're back to the pitcher who scoops it up and fires it to first for the out. Strawberry Jones is retired at first base. As a National League fan, I was very upset when they announced it. I felt like it was part of the game.
I did like having it
I will be
different,
honest,
like one in each.
yeah,
I did like that.
yeah.
Like you know,
I
I
liked it
understand the
different.
NL fans that are like, I fucking hate seeing my pitcher ground into a goddamn double play when it's the third inning and the bases are loaded. But like, it was fun to have like the different rule set.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to go to a Diamondbacks game last year and see the Diamondbacks use a pitcher as a pinch hitter.
Oh
Amazing.
my goodness.
Yeah, it was glorious.
All right, I'm about
Here's
to
the thing. As a
end so many
National League
people.
guy, I very much enjoy pitchers hitting as a concept. I am disappointed it was changed. Were I given the choice to send it back, I would not.
Yeah, cause
Uh,
like,
at this point, the
yeah,
pitchers are just so inferior as hitters. It really
yeah.
does impact the game.
I feel like especially like now that it's been a few years, like I say that, but then like I know for a fact like the last year that it was like that, like the Mariners in an interleague game of just like it's 1-1, and then you're just like finally some traffic. Oh, it's the fucking pitcher, and you're just like I hate this. I never want this to happen again. I don't give a fuck about the novelty. Like it's just
Or a high
always
tower.
yeah.
at bat, and Sierra Hightower retired with a tag in front of first
Good
base.
answer.
Good answer, folks. Top of the third with one out here in our live game. This game is flying by. I will say, I will always remember watching Bartolo Colon
Yes.
rip a double and score an RBI. That was phenomenal.
When he ripped that
And
fucking
Bartolo
homer.
Colon,
Oh.
that home run was outstanding.
This just in: Xavier Lopez has been signed by team to be named later.
Xavier Lopez previously with the Osaka Ramen Bowls, now to join team to be named later. Uh, I don't think I've ever seen somebody traded teams in the middle of a game, but it's an all-star exhibition. Why not? Top of the
Oh
inning, it
my
looks like
god, you can
Giles
see him
Sweeney.
hopping the fence. He's running across the fucking outfield. Going to the other bullpen slash dugout. He could have just walked behind home
Security has
plate. It's fine.
tackled him, thinking he's running across the field, but he has now been allowed to cross.
Is that Daryl Strawberry? No.
Darryl Strawberry Jones.
That too. That might not be a compliment.
Having played
It
with
looks like
Strawberry
the ump.
Jones,
It looks like the umps are trying to figure out who Giles Swingy is in this server.
In this server, I was like, "What do you mean who they are?" Like,
it's like they had the wrong username because they were trying to ping this person and did not ping them properly. Watching Bartolo Colon swing, and then the story that has come out since, and who knows how factual it is, but the story that Bartolo Colon asked for a helmet one size bigger because the fans loved when it fell off, and the fans did love when it fell off.
that's
Truly legendary
amazing.
stuff right there. As we wait for a swing to come in, folks, you've got Noah Diamond, Henry McCade, and Dayman Nightman on the broadcast. Uh, if you or anybody else would like to make comments, please feel free. If anybody would like to come onto the broadcast, please contact your local production assistant named Dayman Nightman, and it may be arranged.
Yes, and I'm just about to also post a bunch of exhibition stuff, and then we'll be here a little more fully. I've had too many things on my screen going on.
Here, folks, we're about to get some new All-Star announcements. Get excited. In the meantime, it looks like we are going to have a sub on the at bats. Like Giles is heading back to the dugout. It's like
Subbing in your
Xavier
D8.
Lopez recently acquired by team name to be determined will be coming to the plate. So if you were wondering if this person was just switching teams for fun or to actually bat, it looks like the answer is the bat. Swing is already in.
And that's hit deep to center field. But gonna get right under it and make the catch. That was a very unexciting way to announce that.
right? That is what I get told routinely about anything I've said. Back to the top of the order with Stupido Einsteini, who I'm sure is aiming to not hit what they view as their routine flyout. Meanwhile, you can hear the boo loms coming in from both sides of the field. Stupido comes to the plate and puts in a swing.
The boos just fuel him. Come on, old boy. You got this. You got this. Big money, big money, big money.
Say that he's in support of you, but I would say he appreciates your support, but the players are not allowed
You watch or listen.
to be on this stream.
And Flame Test has just threatened a full 9 innings.
Oh, Jerome said, can we regroin the full 9?
Oh my god.
Folks, this is not a flyout. This is a zero difference home run. Tito Einsteini back in the lineup with thunderous bats.
He had a
Running the
fly
bases,
out
in
in
fact,
the first.
sliding
the
it
zero.
home for reasons known only to him.
Is
Absolutely.
Stupido actually
That is
good at this game?
Absolutely no way.
that is a zero difference home run. I will be honest, I did not expect to see that today.
Especially not from Stupido.
Yeah. He would have said that too. Literally, I've heard him say the exact same thing. Where he's just like, huh.
All right. This just in. Team to be named later has changed their name. They have changed their name to Big Loam Supporters.
Oh my god. I know what I have to do. I know what I must do.
Oh no, Dave, man, I'm worried. Aaron Jarvis up and Aaron Jarvis with another zero difference home run. My goodness.
They
You have
went back
got to
to
be
back.
kidding me. Back to back with zero difference home runs is unbelievable, folks.
At this point, you have to be thinking that they have Gary or Ellis's number.
Folks, we'll see. Ellis is still at bat, and Salami is to the plate. For those of you not in the MLR Live server, uh, there are an awful lot of folks shouting "good answer" to every single appearance here. Rather astounding.
The Big Loam supporters are out in full force here today.
Frankly, after the first zero diff home run of the game, I don't know that I would blame them. Also, I don't want to speak for you, Dayman, but imagine you'd be in support of a little bit of support.
You know, it's hard. It's hard to argue with, really. Also, for anybody wanting to come in, just join the cameo queue. I think V is gonna pop in there. If anybody has an ad
Salami
read,
has
feel
come.
free to send it to me.
Salami up to
All right.
bat, swinging over the curveball. That is an out, and that will end the inning, but not after 2 runs have scored on back-to-back zero diff home runs by Stupido Einsteini and Karib Jarabis. As we head to the bottom of the third inning, Osaka Ramen Bowls at bat.
Oh, one of you guys has to drag them. I can't drag.
Dragging for
Who am I dragging?
From the cameo.
Hey, grab flame test. I don't have the rights to do it.
Here, I'll message him.
I'll be right back.
In the meantime, we get Gary Appalachia on the mound, staked to a 2-run lead as Fishy is to the plate. Fishy, known to many as Vader Page with Seattle, is currently up to bat. An all-star back in season 9 as a pitcher and a member of the season 7 Red Solo Cup winning Minnesota Twins. Comes to the bat with a soft tapper to the right side, easily handled by the first baseman, and we've got an out. First out of the inning has been recorded. I'm sure Gary is very happy with that one. And we are now joined by everybody's favorite San Diego Padre co-DM, Velma Dinkersley. How are
Yeah,
you, V?
I'm all right. Decided to tune in instead of blowing up chat for the next hour.
You can do that too. No harm in that.
You can always do both. Made sure to mute the stream before I joined so I didn't hear myself.
Yeah, turn down your radio before you call in, please. Thanks.
Yep. First time
Easy
listener, long
mistake.
time caller.
It looks like we've got Bucky Saber to the plate. Bucky, a top 5 pick in their season. V, you were part of the podcast that interviewed Bucky, correct?
Correct.
What was
Uh,
that?
It went pretty well, I'd say. Bucky Saber notoriously episode. Let's go comb through the archives.
Here we'll have to
Mm.
we'll get the record from our syndication affiliates.
Oh gosh, what episode was that? 54, episode 54. If you want to go check out that episode of the Top 5 podcast, where we interviewed Bucky Saber.
This one hit to left field. Ranging in as the left fielder, ranging back as the shortstop. Right fielder calls him off, runs in and does make the catch just at the waist. Fly ball, and that's out. You've been on a couple of teams. You've helped to run your own team. How would you have come about putting together a team for this live scrimmage? Would you have had any thoughts in mind?
No.
It's no.
I'm putting together whoever's available, and we will cross bridges when we get there. But I think for an event like this, you just kind of gotta get whoever in the lineup who's around, and lineup construction or lineup construction be damned. We're gonna go with the 9 fastest players out there.
I think that makes sense. And on the note of fast players, Bobby Chadwick hits one dead up the middle, a nice clean line drive single.
I think we see a steal here. A lot of stealing this game. Not always successful, but they do try it.
What successful deals so far?
They all want to go fast, so they all keep running. Let's see if it pays off for them.
Bobby asking a wonderful question in the live chat.
Are there
Bucky
pitcher
Sabre
numbers?
with the
Or
wrong
catcher numbers?
league.
Are there catcher numbers? Says Bobby Chadwick. No, there isn't. Never has been. It's like the runner's breaking
Never
for
happened.
second.
The runner
Speaking of
is
leagues
breaking
with
for
different
second.
rules,
Let's see if they
V, I
get
know
caught
that
stealing for a third time.
I know you're a Texas fan. I assume that you come down the AL side of the DH or no DH argument.
Well, frankly, not only do I come with the as we watch Bobby get absolutely hosed down at second.
With 2 outs, Henry is not going to be happy.
Can't imagine.
That is not the right place to steal as we move to the top of the 4th.
I think it's frankly a great place to steal, as it sets up what I like to call the 2-out single cheese, where you get a runner on second and you hit a single, and then they score, and that
It is true.
is really stupid to me. but you know what? It works.
But then every now and then you do get caught stealing, and it's like, oops.
Yeah, well, you look past it.
Yep,
Normally, you don't go. What are they? 0 for 3, 0 for 4 on stealing.
correct.
Yeah.
No,
normally
They're
you
0
did
for
they-
3.
They're 0 for 3. Okay, yeah.
This,
0 for 3. Yeah.
this
Now,
inning, I
frankly,
think they're 1 for 4. No. This inning
Um,
break brought to you by stealing unsuccessfully. Stealing unsuccessfully. It's
I
how
do
you
have
end
an
up
ad.
in
I have an ad.
jail.
I have an ad,
brought to you by
folks.
the
Amen
police.
has an ad. Amen, go ahead.
Have another word.
Go
Hold
on,
up.
King.
That's way too quiet. It's way too quiet.
Brought to you by Teddy Soda.
Who did this? Wow. Okay, hold up, friends.
Next inning is sponsored by Soup. Soup, Dayman's
Uh-oh.
favorite food.
Motherfucker.
Oh, we have
Fine, you can do
we
that
have
because I
so
fucked
gonna
up the
move
one
the,
opportunity I had, damn it.
We are going to keep moving this game on. As looks like we get ready to go to which inning are we hitting into, folks?
Fourth.
Hitting into the top of the fourth inning.
Yep.
My goodness. Credit to
Flying
Flame
by.
Test and team. The rules set for this particular year does seem to be moving very quickly and very efficiently. Last year's game was tried to run through Umput, which was a great idea, but did result in just a lot of downtime. That game took a little bit longer than I think folks anticipated.
Yes,
What's
much better.
downtime among friends?
Right. The one downside to not doing it that way is like you can't put it on game of the moment as easily or without just like forwarding shit, which kind of sucks and like it, like adds one more step for umps. But I'd rather it be quicker like this. And it's like just join the server and stuff. I think most people are there anyways.
It does make a world of difference, and it does allow the game to finish in a human hour.
Yeah.
But Ragusa back up to the plate. Dart having gone 0 for 1 thus far in the game. Our Max Homer's hitter, well known for not being the best power hitter. But with over 50 home run range here, you have to imagine it's a good spot.
you have to. But I mean, Dart has hit a total of 3 home runs in the past 3 seasons.
Which it boggles the mind. It doesn't sound like
mean-
it should be possible.
It's one per season.
Now, yeah, but
Did be said for consistency.
it averages out to that, but it's really been none so far this season. And 2 the season before.
Well, that
Never
means
hit
it would be
more than
3.
4 home runs in a season.
I mean,
Dart does
forgive-
hit this one in the air, but that is not going to go past the warning track, unfortunately. And that is our first out of the inning as Dart heads back to the clubhouse. Or the dugout, excuse me.
based on
I mean,
pattern,
at this
1 2 seasons ago, 2 last season. I think he's got 3 in him in the remainder of this season.
Or is it going to go back down to 1?
Has to.
because
That's
I mean,
also very possible.
right now, Stupido has more home runs than Dart does.
Also very true. That
More
when you put it-
homers,
when you
more
put it
zero
that way-
difference.
Come on, that's
When you
fucking
put it-
funny.
when you put it that way.
I mean, is that a sentence you ever thought would be uttered?
No.
Stupido and Steiny has more home runs than, and then it's just like 50% of the league.
Probably more than me. I don't even know that I have one.
And you play the game.
Who would
can
you
call
say
you
on
can
each
call
of
it
your
that.
teams? Who on each of your teams would you say has been the most pleasant surprise for each of you? Let's start with to put you on the spot, Dayman. For this year's Mariners, who do you think's been the most pleasant surprise?
Like, does it have to be a new player or just in terms of hitting?
in terms of current season success.
Speed Shark. Absolutely destroying it. But actually, I think most of us are like batting like pretty good. Nobody's having like a Barry Bonds fucking steroid year, but everybody's like batting over 300 sort of shit. But Speed Shark
Impressive.
has a lot of stolen bases too.
What about for the Padres?
I think the only answer I can give is Squircle McCorkle, who is 5th in the NL for WAR with an OPS of, I believe, 1.3.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, that goes back to season 9 UGA in the fake college league. Am I right?
You would be correct. Squircle, noted UGA alum
Woof.
all those years
And I
ago.
cannot stress this enough. Woof.
Brought to you by Teddy Soda
spit-
Parlor.
he
Have
spit with
another
that one.
world famous bully egg.
Bird candy up and ball bounce over wall. Ball bounce over wall. That is a ground rule double or an automatic double if you prefer. But regardless of what you call it, we now have a runner standing at second base. Second base with just one out in the inning. So we're not quite ready for that cheese, but we are there.
Get out the
Now,
fridge.
V, we do have some other
Let it go
folks who
to
are looking to
temperature.
join the broadcast. So I am going to let you go for now.
Now, I
Thank you
do have
very
a
much for
question.
joining us today. Please
Are
go ahead.
any of the people in the broadcast queue not in the game?
You know, that's a fair question.
I
Looks like
do believe.
Homer Knocker is up.
They're all in the
You know,
game.
that's a good point.
I was going to say,
They are
chat
all in the
has
game.
rebelled, and they are.
It seems like
They
are
are.
Let's
trying to
have
tell
fun.
us that they want to come on the broadcast, but I don't want to acquiesce to their request
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
because all of those people are
Um,
indeed on the Osaka Ramen.
no, Ellis. Well, Ellis is yeah. Um, I'm honestly curious on Ellis's take on giving up a home run to Stupido,
Ellis's take
as
on
he
Homer Knocker coming to bat seems to be to hit Homer Knocker and to walk him. Uh, frankly, I think there are a number of people in the league who, after seeing a Homer Knocker announcement, would like to bean Homer. So I can't say I'm shocked. But runners on first and second with one out. Uh, Bit of a pickle here for Ellis Nash, who has had a rude awakening in the third inning after two smooth innings. After back-to-back home runs by Stupido Einsteini and Kara Jarabis.
Second jam for Ellis Nash this game. And it has to be jam because jelly notably doesn't shake like that.
Oh yeah, they're spamming the chat with everybody joined broadcast cameo.
Yes, I took note of that.
No, I hadn't noticed that, but I do notice it now. It's hard to miss.
Difficult to miss. It's every message.
It is easy to see. It makes it hard to see that 7 is actually at bat. 7 meaning 6, the GM of Oakland's team since I believe season 9. 7? Oh, I believe it was season 9 that they took over
Oh,
with
oh, we
Teddy
have a
Big Stick taking
multi-steal
over
Oh
in.
my
GM.
god!
Oh goodness, we're going crazy, folks.
Oh my
We
god!
have a multi-steal.
I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever seen a multi-steal in a real game.
really?
I'm very excited to see how this goes.
How does this, Chad? How does this work?
Um,
It uses the
The
lead runner's
has
ranges.
the lead runner has a chance to steal. The trailing runner, I believe, is going to be a success no matter what.
Ye- yeah. Pretty sure you get both thrown out if it's either none or
Oh
all.
my!
It is
oh my
successful. We
goodness,
have a steal of third and second, uh, and Ellis
that
Nash
is
truly in a jam now.
that is going to be Hard Candy's second successful steal attempt of the game.
It'd be
That's
more
more
than
the
the
other.
entire
Yeah,
other team.
took the words right out of my mouth.
Goodness, folks.
What a game we have here.
It is certainly one of the games of all time.
Second and third one out, you have to worry about the sacrifice fly. Now it only compound the lead for the big Lom supporters.
This work.
Oh, and it looks like a swing is in before the pitch was in.
It's not ideal.
Brought to you by
No.
Teddy Soda Parlor. Have
Is
another world
not
famous
what you
bully
want
and
to see,
cream.
folks, but
Fizzy and sweet
Notably.
to beat the heat.
things happen on occasion.
And it looks like Bobby has been timed out. Or Bobby. I'm never sure how to pronounce
Join
people's names.
their local
As,
community
Teddy
organization.
is fond of calling him Bert.
And it
Albert?
looks like our broadcast queue has been emptied.
What a day.
Hellion
What a
has
day.
been
Oh, now we have a pitch.
successfully.
But
We have a
Henry swung
pitch
before the
and
pitch.
6 at bat.
Okay.
Sorry for those of you that I'm about to ping.
6 is being informed that he has to swing after the pitch comes in.
Fair, that is a difficult concept to get your head around
Yeah,
sometimes.
Generally
is
speaking,
tough.
if you swing before, it's going to be an out, and you don't like that, unless you
You,
do.
you know what I you know what I found out while I was on the Rangers on accident
What's
is
that?
that you can pre-swing.
Yes.
And pre-swing, it's not done all the time.
You can in certain scenarios.
I think it's definitely
Now,
something you could do.
it looks
given
like
that
now that Damian's announced all the exhibition games, it does look like we are saying goodbye to the Dayman Invitational. So everyone pour one out. Rest in peace to the Dayman Invitational, to which Dayman was not allowed to participate.
Yes. Unfortunate.
And it looks like we have a sacrifice round out. 1 run scores, runner on third.
Goodness, nobody tell Kevin James or he'll have to get the meme out. Famous for when he was on the main server. Anytime you had a ground out score, posting the SpongeBob throwing something into the fire meme of infield input presented this. I think it's been a couple of at least a season since KJ has been seen on main. These days, he seems to keep to the
the
friendly
clubhouse.
confines of the New York Mets clubhouse. Sierra Hightower, better known as Reno, comes to the plate, very quickly puts in a swing.
And for some reason, the infield is in on 2
The
outs.
infield is in with 2 outs. 6 says something that I cannot repeat on air. 6, you can't
6,
say that. Oh my God! And Sierra
this is
Hightower
Damn
unbelievable.
home run again.
hooks it down the
This match,
line.
I think
And it
even
bounced off the pole.
3 home runs, 3-0 difference home runs in one game. My
Yeah, you
goodness,
can
And
see it.
folks.
My goodness, he
That-
really we got
Heck,
When it
clears
rains,
the
it
bases.
pours.
That'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I mean 5-0 really, but you know what I'm
5-0
referring
ball
to.
We all know. Oh, do we know?
Ellis
Oh,
looking to get
goodness.
this third out quick.
What a game it is we play.
Stupido saying, I don't think infield in really mattered here.
Which I do think is true. That one might have been hit just a wee bit over the infield's head.
So I, I, I'm sure it's happened before, but I cannot remember a game where there has been 3 zero-diff home runs in 2 innings?
Certainly cannot either. And I am
Off
actually
the top
going
of my
to
head,
ask Shay Orr if that's ever happened.
Oh, new pitcher.
I mean, you have to.
Estrogen plus Gorgonzola, uh, your Arizona Diamondbacks coming onto the mound. OGM and current year All Star Game manager, in fact, uh, in limited action, hitting 500, 600, 1.250. So that is quite successful on the hitting side.
Your
On
Lopez is making it back.
the pitching side, also successful with a 1.8 ERA.
And that is
Xavier
a single.
Lopez,
Yeah.
that is a nice blooper just beyond the reach of the second baseman. And Xavier Lopez on base after, for those who may not have caught it, switching teams mid-game. Uh, a thing you have not seen before and may never see again. Who says you can't see something new at the ballpark every day?
Bet they wish they didn't make that trade.
It's really come back to bite them.
I mean, the only previous example I know of is Danny Jansen, who was between, who notably was traded from the Blue Jays to the Red Sox, and then the game was rained out, so he appeared for both teams in the same game.
Oh yeah.
And flame tests using the wrong phrase,
A
calling
cycle
it
hit the live, says Flame Test, which is not true, notably.
nope.
Tito
And
Einstein comes up the second time in the inning.
nope, this is his first time this inning.
We haven't got it around. What are we talking about, folks? The end of the lineup, but running around, at least as far as I'm concerned, requires the first batter to come up again. Otherwise, you've just gone down the whole lineup.
Yeah. And I really hope that doesn't happen because I don't know if
Oh,
she can handle that.
and what a
Oh,
dish that is. Oh,
That
wait, that is the
that
result.
ain't gonna do it, Stupido.
No.
Stupido after a zero diff, does something a little bit less successful and makes it out. On average, comes back to their usual flyout range.
That's more of the Stupido picking up the bat for the first time this season that I know.
Right.
and one left on as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Finally.
Looks like he may be having a pitching change on the other end. Suppose we'll see in just a moment. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. This inning is brought to you by headphones. Headphones, because you want to listen to stuff, but nobody else wants to listen to you.
Are you sure the people on the train around me don't want to listen to MLR Live?
That is the one exception. They all want to listen to MLR Live.
It's MLR Live. It's a one in a season event.
Yeah. Well, it's also brought to you by the concept of breathing. If you breathe, you live. If you don't, you might pass out.
You guys breathe manually or automatically?
Well, now I'm breathing manually.
Got him. Perfect. Right? Got him right where we want him.
We have a new
pitcher.
pitcher, Matt Himanamis. Matt, longtime Pittsburgh player, very, very well respected among the league, a Cy Young winner, a three-time All-Star, captain of that Pirates squad. Uh, would you be the person coming in to the pitch here? What would you be thinking?
Thinking you got a nice lead built up. You just gotta steer it over the line. You don't gotta do too much. You just can't blow the lead.
You say don't blow the lead, but Milk Boy has hit a single,
And
and for the second time this game is on first base. Uh, what do you guys think the odds are that Milk Boy's running again?
I think the odds are high. Now the odds for success, however, I think are much lower.
Depends on how much
I
milk
mean,
Milk Boy just chugs.
here's something interesting. Both teams have attempted steals the same number of times. Uh, Big Lom supporters have been successful all 3 times, and the Ramen Bulls have not.
Now,
They are
the
0 for 3.
conspiracy minded among us might think that Big Lom supporters are getting support from Lom. Dayman, do you have any comment on this?
My comment is
Very carefully before you respond, Dayman.
Shorty just said this looks rigged, but it can't be because we're not using the bot. So, ha.
Like Milk Boy will be standing
That's what
on
I say to that.
first as the
Hi,
ball is
Shorty.
pitched.
I'm a big
Nothing
Lom
wrong with
supporter,
letting
especially because the name change was right in the middle, and I don't know, it was funny.
season 11 MVP Domino Calzone swing. So this time Domino is badly fooled by a high fastball and makes a strikeout.
Right through it.
There's a reason the high fastball is so successful, particularly against folks who in an exhibition are looking to hit it a long ways, as we've seen by the multiple zero diff home runs so far tonight.
I mean, can you blame them? They want to send the crowd, so I'm happy.
All right. It looks like we do have a couple people in the queue who are not currently in the game.
I think it's
Ellis
just
and
Ellis
Gary
and
Appalachia.
Gary as well, I believe.
Yep, Ellis and
Looks
Gary.
like we've got Mark at bat. Mark, the Oakland Athletics pitcher.
Hi.
No! Okay, wait. I gotta
Hi,
actually do some
Damon.
scouting. Hold up. Do we have a scouting room?
No, and we're also having an opponent in the channel currently.
Oh, hi, J-Man.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not on
I mean, I'll
Garrett, do
definitely.
you want to come to the broadcast booth?
Who?
I'd be down.
Whoever's
Sorry?
not in the game. Whoever's not in the game.
I'd be
I'm out. I'm good. I can join. Gary,
We're on the line. You
Con.
can't skip. You're skipping the line.
Con was in here before all of us. Take him.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
DM'd
yeah,
Henry
so
about
scary.
it. He told
Wait,
me to
you
join
can
the
take
chat.
me. I'll go.
Okay. I'll
Mikey,
bring you
shut
over.
up.
Hi.
Gary Appalachia, welcome to the broadcast.
How's it going, y'all?
As Mikey Thomas comes to bat. Gary, how was pitching in this live game for you?
Well, it's really nice to have like other perspectives, have other GMs, and when we realized that we were batting against Ellis, we immediately realized that we might have the leg up if we just pitched normally. Um, so we decided that we were just gonna have fun with it, and as you can see, we developed a bit of a Family Feud style bit going on here. So we're just having fun with it and pitching some random numbers and having a good time.
Oh yeah.
How has this season been going for you in your rookie year? How have you been finding fake baseball?
Well, I had a pretty good first start. I was really happy with it. They trusted me to to kick off the season against the Pirates, and I felt like I did really well there. And then immediately gave up 14 runs against the Cubs in my next start. So some high highs and some low lows to start off the season.
That is the way that fake baseball tends to go. When it rains, it pours.
Yeah,
And how have you been finding that Cincinnati clubhouse? You enjoying your teammates?
it's quite nice. I didn't realize how much pedigree I was getting drafted into. We've got 5 Hall of Famers in there, and there's a lot of activity in there. You know, they're all friends with each other. They've known each other for a while, so it's been great to mesh with those guys.
A great squad, although if you're only on the general chat, you might not recognize very many of them because famously, Cincinnati did get banned from general chat, kind of their own request.
Really, I realized a number of them were not actually in the server, but I don't think I know the story. If you're willing to tell it.
So this is before my time, but as I recall, there were a lot of pings to the entire server, and several folks on the team said, "Guys, can you, pardon my French, shut the fuck up?"
Mhm.
Uh, and
As Mikey Thomas
Cincinnati's
hits a ground ball directly to the right hand side, tap the bag for the out, and we are now heading to the top of the 5th.
believe that the response from the GMs at the time, I believe, was Zelk and Isaac, was to simply ban the team from general chat unless they request access.
Heard that.
Estrogen plus Gorgonzola on the mound, Carrot Jarvis at bat. Carrot, who did have a 0 difference home run earlier in the game. So you'd imagine looking to hit another hard hit ball here.
As we move into the top of the 5th, I will vacate my chair so we can bring in Ellis Nash, the other pitcher. Thank you guys for having me on the broadcast. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for
Good luck
joining us, V.
to good luck to both teams, and go MLR.
Have a good rest of your
Thanks for joining
season.
us.
It's great to hear from
Thank
you.
you.
Great. Willis Nash, welcome to the broadcast. We now have both starting pitchers here with us this evening.
I think I perform better than Gary did.
Well,
Hey,
so
I respect having a strategy and coming in and sticking to it. I really do. Because
Jared swinging
Yeah.
hard, but it looks like a soft tapper over to the shortstop. Cleanly sent across the first base, and we've got one out in the top of the 5th.
So, Ellis, I have to ask, what did it feel like giving up a 0 diff home run to Stupido?
It was sobering. You couldn't even tell that I've drank 6 beers.
Let's see if it's sobering. Does that imply that you're drinking at what must be the early morning hours in Australia?
It is currently 9:45. And I was drinking, and then I decided to lock in. It's a public holiday. It's a public holiday on a Monday. Let me drink.
What holiday
You
is
know what?
it?
If it's a public holiday, by all means.
Yeah.
Salami coming up to bat. Salami 0 for 2 this game. Typically playing in San Diego. We are joined currently by the starting pitchers in this game. Ellis, how did you find this game differed aside from speed from your usual game? Did you have a different strategy coming into the game?
No. Except drinking. But apart from the
Well,
drinking, no.
listen, drinking worked very well for Superbone Three Finger before my time, but one of the perfect games in fake baseball history was thrown by a blackout drunk Superbone Three Finger. So you are in good company historically here, even if it didn't happen to work out for you.
Every blackout drunk perfect game needs its counter blackout drunk 5 home runs.
Yeah, or I will say, like, one time Brant had a game in MLN where that night he had taken a shitload of mushrooms, and like got super drunk and super faded on mushrooms, and he gave us a guess and it was a home run. So we just kept asking him, and it was like a good 5 in a row that he was like bang on with it or within like 40. And the whole time we were just like, holy fuck, it's the Oracle, it's the Oracle. He's blasted on mushrooms guessing this other person. And the other pitcher was like, how the hell did you guys get on us? And we're just like, some dude on mushrooms just had reached into your mind.
Maybe I need psychedelics
Salami
to
caught
improve my
swinging on a
ERA.
slider outside zone and is retired. 2 outs in the inning. Start Ragusa coming up. Nope.
Would
I'd be
psychedelics
curious.
be the doping of fake baseball?
There's no rule that says you can't be on drugs.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, the 80s were crazy.
Doc Ellis could do it, so can we.
Yeah, literally what I was thinking of. We're like, woof.
Oof.
Start swinging for
This
the
game,
fences, but simply rolls one over. An easy play for the pitcher. Throws it right to first, and that will retire the side. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Osaka Ramen Bowls coming to the plate, hoping to put something on the board as the Big Lom supporters have pulled ahead with 5 runs to 0 for the home team.
however this game finishes, I think we have the moral victory.
Please explain.
Well, we have the moral high ground over the people who have been spamming good answer the whole game. Except for that time we spammed join broadcast cameo.
That was an eye for an
So-
I'll
eye.
be honest. I couldn't tell who was spamming. It seemed like everyone was just saying good answer the entire game.
So what ended up
300.
happening was after the first round of at bats, because we went 0 for 3, at the very end of the first inning, Ahab just goes, "Hey, you know what? That was a good answer. It was a good answer." And the way he said it, it sounded exactly like they say it in Family Feud. And then I think it was either Jared or Carrot or Dart. One of them was just like, "We should just start like that should be our thing. Like it's always a good answer. It doesn't matter, you know." And then it just became a thing. We were just putting it in after every single one. So we just make sure to let them know it's a good answer. We're supporting each other, you know.
Gotta respect that. Jerome Esther Monroe at the plate up against Matt Jimenez. The pitch is in, the swing is in, and the swing is actually checked. That is a ball outside, and Jerome is marching up to first base. Leadoff walk. Ellis, as someone who comes from a place that does not necessarily have the strongest baseball culture in the world, what drew you into MLR?
No one I know watches baseball. No one in my life has watched a single game of baseball except for me. And I just needed to find someone else to actually enjoy baseball with. And I felt like a community of people who played fake baseball probably wouldn't be too too scared of supporting baseball or too like not too anti-baseball. But
Like a
yeah,
reasonable
here
assumption is Arksy Winkler puts the ball in play, but for an easy catch in center field, first out of the inning for the Osaka Ramen Bowls.
but yeah, there isn't really a baseball culture here in Australia, and where I am, in Australia, there's even less of a baseball culture. I'm like 3,000 kilometers from the nearest Australian baseball league team, I've never been to a baseball game. I only recently bought an actual baseball to hold because I joined a little baseball league that's being set up in like the next few weeks. But yeah, there's no culture apart from that, really.
You have any opinions on Major League Baseball's Cleveland Guardians calling up Travis Bizana?
Yes, yes, that is the first time that baseball's been talked about on the news in Australia when it hasn't been the World Series in I think ever. Because one thing that Australians are proud of is if we have someone playing a sport we don't know, we'll still support them. The other day Australia won the World Curling Championship in Sweden or Switzerland, one of those places. And that was on the news, or that was part of the sports section, despite no one giving a shit about curling here or anywhere else, I think. Yeah, but Australians always get behind their sports stars, which I think is a good thing.
Agree with that. Yeah. We are joined, folks, by starting pitchers Ellis Nash and Gary Appalachia. Gary, you stirred up a bit of controversy in the league earlier in the year with regards to pronunciation of your name. Do you have
Yes.
any additional commentary on that at this time?
Well, I was unable to watch the draft due to being on the clock. And afterwards, I went back and I watched the VOD on Twitch, and I noticed that there was a relatively longer conversation than most got, and it was in regards to the pronunciation of my name. I think that it was because one of the people doing the draft was not originally American and was had since moved to America. I'm not 100% sure if I have that right, but they were asking about the pronunciation and the different regions of, the South and how they would say it and all of that good stuff. And so there was a prolonged discussion about it, and I felt the need to weigh in, as it is my namesake, and I just wanted to make sure that it was a commonly known thing as somebody that is coming into the league relatively recently. So if I ruffled any feathers, I'm sorry, but I was just trying to make sure that we're all on the same page about it, is all.
Note of on the same page. We should all be on the same page that we are out of the fifth inning. Vader Page knocks into a double play, clean 6-4-3 double play by the defense, and we head to the top of the sixth inning. So, Gary, Ellis, I'm curious if either of you has any thoughts on pitching, something I have very limited experience doing. Do you go by instinct? Are you scouting the batters? Do you have any techniques that you tend to rely on, or that you're comfortable sharing, or is it really just go with your gut and see what happens kind of experience for you?
I'll let Gary go first. I have a very short thing to say, so I'll let Gary go first.
So when I was in college, I got more experience than most. My college baseball team only had a couple of pitchers. I think one ended up dropping off after the draft like pretty quickly because I think we only had two pitchers at one point. I remember looking on the college reference for MLR and seeing that I had among the most innings pitched of any collegiate pitcher in the past 5 seasons, which kind of surprised me. And it seemed like a lot of the time when I was pitching in college, I was kind of just going off of instinct. Moving up to the bigs, however, instinct can only get you so far because you kind of get set in your ways, and you kind of have those pitches that you rely on, or those deltas that you really really like. And so, under the guidance of my GMs, we have discussed a lot of different delta changes and introducing like once you get to a certain point in the game, maybe your strategy needs to swap up. And so we've gone with a lot of variants in my past couple of starts. I've done a couple of domes and private servers and whatnot. So it's changed a lot since my college days, which I know weren't too long ago. But it definitely started as an instinct thing. But these are professional hitters. They can read your instincts pretty well. They know what your comfort pitches are, and so, it's adapt or you don't pitch anymore.
We've got a sub in Hard Candy stepping back into the dugout, and we've got someone else coming in to take their place. So, Gary, it sounds like all right. Ellis, it sounds like Gary has some deep thoughts on this and has really been exploring some strategy. You said that your view is pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Uh, it's 6 simple words. It's a mantra that I live by. Pitching is the easiest shit ever.
There you go, folks.
Now, whether that's true or not is a different question. If you tell yourself that,
If you tell yourself that enough times, it becomes real.
yeah.
Especially with a couple of drinks, right?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Now, we've got a substitution, Skip Bellew from Cleveland coming in. Cleveland's rookie this season has been having a very solid year for the team. Overall hitting, if you just give me a moment here, very solid year. As of last night, hitting 261, 320, 435. For those of you who are like me and cannot do math quickly, that is an OPS of 755, thoroughly respectable. So,
Are they playing 9 innings? Are we actually doing that?
Yes.
I believe that Flame Test said that they're going to a full 9, which,
Yeah, I
thank
got
goodness.
left in for the third. We were gonna go a little 3-3-3 action because we're doing 9. Otherwise, we would have been 2-2-2.
I just couldn't tell if that was a meme or not.
Man, you've been in this league long enough to know that anything that starts as a meme eventually becomes reality.
I've been alive long enough to know that.
Skip hits one hard at the third baseman who just can't handle that ball as it bounces over, recovered by the shortstop, but Skip is on with a hard single. No outs in the inning, top 6, runner on first.
Supporter have just been dominating this game so far. I mean, a total of 7 hits so far, only 2 left on, and 5 runs. It's going to be a strong uphill battle for the Ramen Bulls to get back in this.
So plenty of baseball to be played. As we get set up for our next at bat, we are joined
Oh.
by Gary Appalachia and
Oh.
Ellis Nash, and it
Oh.
looks like
It
Homer
looks like we have
Knocker has been
intention.
That might be
at.
the fastest starboard I've ever seen.
Now, I wish we could bring Homer in because I think we would have the rest of the game covered from a commentary point of view if we let Homer give an announcement about how they feel about this.
You never know, they could charge the mound.
I just keep
Being
hearing the
him in
like
the soul
the
last-
bad answer in the It's Always Sunny episode where they go on Family Feud. And it's just bad answer, bad answer. Charlie, name
Oh, it
name
wasn't.
an
It
animal
wasn't
that
an
we eat.
auto.
Doesn't eat us.
This was an intentional walk.
It's a hit by a pitch intentional.
How do you
walk.
feel about the beanball in baseball? Do you think that it's ever called for, or do you think that it's something that should be left in the past? As Andrew Anderson comes to the plate.
Definitely
I'm-
left in the past.
Now it depends.
I
If the
believe
other
it's got its
team-
time and place.
Yeah, if the other team throws a fucking starter out there to plunk your ass first, then by God, you get to the next half inning. Somebody, first dude out of the fucking dugout's getting one right in the back. Like,
Yeah,
like
definitely. If there's an amount of disrespect coming your way, I can see the beanball being used to quell some potential verbal harassment, but I don't think it does anything to actually quell the physical harassment. It just kind of expedites the process.
yeah, I would
hits
say.
one
Go ahead.
that is softly hit just past the infield. No infield fly called on the left side. Third baseman is under it, and that is caught for a fly out. One out in the inning, first and second. Uh, David, I apologize. I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. It's the play. It's okay. I was gonna say I'm a believer in don't throw the first beanball. Throw the last one.
It's a good way to put it.
Sierra Hightower comes up. Reno Long, a member of the Oakland Athletics, uh, comes up and looks like is already ready to swing. My goodness, folks are coming out hot here. Gary Ellis is folks who are actually in the have been in the clubhouses here. Or this have the pitches and swings been entirely determined by the individual players, or are these really communal efforts in coming to what we should pitch or swing?
We're
Well,
really only. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
pitching wise, it's been mostly left to the pitchers to do as they do. The one bit of advice I was given resulted in a 0 diff, so we've kind of just left us pitchers to
That's how it
pitch.
be, right? We're like, I think this might work.
Yeah.
This
Zero
ball
diff.
is
You
lifted
do you,
into
man.
foul ground on the right
Yeah.
side, over towards the dugout. First baseman's over and under it, and that is caught for the second out of the inning.
But there definitely has been batting discussion, at least a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, for us, there was a little bit of discussion, but it's only kind of when it's like a collective idea, like, multiple people having the same idea at the same time. Like, for example, that multi-steal, that was kind of like oh, should we do it? And then like four people said yes at the same time. So then we all kind of discussed what the number should be. But for the most part, it's been pretty individual due to the timers.
Xavier Lopez up at that now. Xavier 1 for 2 after switching teams mid-game. Truly one of the more interesting and uh, one of the least precedented things I can think of having happened in the middle of a game.
It's no Danny Jansen, but it's up there.
Danny Jansen, somehow only his second best known thing in baseball, being traded in the middle of a game. Xavier swings, but is badly fooled by a slider, and that will end the inning. Two men left on base as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. This next inning is brought to you by Stew. Stew, it's like soup, but thicker. And also approved by Dayman.
Sometimes.
And I've heard the rant, but for those in the audience who may not have, would you like to share why it is you do not like soup?
I don't like eating food that feels like somebody's spitting it into my mouth.
So real.
That's actually
Yeah.
a very understandable take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why like stew is like somewhat okay because it's like thick enough, but like really the worst part about soup is like I hate the broth. Like I hate it.
Oh, see that?
Yeah.
I love the broth, especially the like consomme, especially when I'm sick, just because it just kind of slides down.
Yeah. It's like nice on your
It
throat.
helps soothe. Yeah. It's like savory tea.
Yeah. I feel it. I just like I don't know.
Like
I just
tea.
like I cannot move past it. There's this one time. I'll share the story. This is a good one. Always see where this game goes, but at my last job in graduate school, one night, excuse me, went to a to dinner at my boss's house, and I was working for the president of the university and a faculty member from a different university in Illinois. She was in town, so we go to dinner at the president's house, and it's like, of course, like in the nicest fucking part of town. It's like up on this hill, and like the nicest part of town, like looks over like the whole valley. Go up there. We get there. She pulls out. She just gotten back from like a trip to Europe. Pulls out like an extremely nice bottle of wine and some like cheese and stuff and like bread and other stuff that she had brought back from Switzerland. And she's like, "Oh, I hope you're hungry." And I was like, "Oh yeah, what's for dinner? Like, thank you so much for having us over," sort of stuff. And then before she even said it, I looked at the stove. Biggest fucking pot of soup. I'm like, okay, sure, maybe it'll be like a stew or something, it can't be the worst thing ever. No, it was literally just like vegetarian soup. Like, it was just like basically hot water and vegetables, and was fucking terrible. Like, just like literally the worst type.
Do you like cheese and broccoli soup?
Yeah, it like that. Still, I don't really like that, but like I would tolerate that way more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because at least it's like somewhat thicker, But like this was like the classic, just like fucking broth and vegetables, like just like literally just water and then soggy vegetables. Like it's horrible. I ate that whole fucking thing. I was not gonna fucking tell my boss, the goddamn president of the university, like, "Oh, I hate soup. Thanks." Like, nope, wasn't gonna say that. It was terrible.
Matt Himanamis has his first out of the inning as Bucky Saber pops one up to the right side. Going up to bat now is Stu Pundis, who thus far has not had a hit tonight.
Well, Stupendous was actually subbed out first before his first at bat. So so now
The
he's
rules
taking
are
over
loose here, it
Bobby's.
seems.
Yeah, he's taking over Bobby's position.
Maybe for the worse, because for those not on the server, it seems that he might well be in Roblox. Several players appear to be playing Roblox tonight. Who is badly fooled by that pitch and is going to turn right back around towards the dugout.
We've had 3 zeros, a 499, and a 498 in this game alone.
I wonder who had those 3 zeros.
No way to know.
No way of knowing. I seem to have lost my stat sheet.
The 3-0 diffs.
I have a stat sheet if you need to borrow one.
No.
So Ellis gave up the the 0 diffs to Stupido, Carrot, and Sierra Hightower.
Milk Boy coming back to bat. Milk Boy 2 for 2 this game with a caught stealing. Folks, how do we feel about drinking milk? Are we in favor or are we opposed?
I like milk.
Milk's not really my jam, but I also like. So I never grew up eating cereal because I don't like soggy foods, and so it just wasn't my thing. So I didn't like drink a lot of milk as a kid.
I feel that.
You want to hit singles, it seems like the answer might be to drink more milk because for the third time this game, Milk Boy has hit a single. Thank goodness, folks. Looks like tonight on the average versus power scale, Milk Boy is just going pure average, Luis Rise style. Gary, you said that you didn't like soggy foods, but it can be eaten dry.
Yeah, dry cereal was never really my thing. You know, my brother, on the other hand, I have a younger brother who was a big like Lucky Charms guy, and he would just eat that by the handful. Just straight sugar.
Ends up with a box of just the grains.
Yep.
My daughter is a very big fan of Lucky Charms, which her grandparents gleefully give her before school, uh, and I do not keep in the house.
For good reason.
One up to,
Yeah.
one up to bat is Domino Calzone. 0 for 2 today, but certainly a hitter to be feared after season 11's monstrous showing and MVP award. See what happens here. Henry, I believe, if I remember correctly, you are a minor league all-star this year. And Gary, am I remembering correctly that you are as well?
Yes, yes. My minor league stats in pitching and my major league stats in pitching have been pretty much polar opposite this year.
As
Is
is
going to happen is
tradition.
that one is hit sharply, but right at the second baseman. Quick little underhand toss, and we've got an out. We head to the top of the seventh inning. How are you feeling about the minor league honor this year?
Well, I've never participated in an All-Star game nor actually seen an All-Star game, considering this is my first season. So I'm just excited to see how it goes. Kind of get to share a clubhouse with some of the better players around the league, and make some friends and all that good stuff. So yeah, kind of just in it for the social opportunity. Obviously, want to play some good ball, but that's about it.
Henry, yourself?
I was honestly very surprised, especially since I was voted in as a pitcher. Um, I'm very excited uh, to make the minor league all star team, and I'm very much looking forward to just having fun with some of the best minor league players around the league.
Sick stuff. How Dayman, Henry, uh, Ellis, Gary, how have you all found minor league as Stupido Einsteini for the fourth time tonight comes to bat? 1 for 3, but made that one count with a 0 difference home run.
Well, this is actually the first year that I am not doing it. The last 2 seasons I was a GM. It's always a good time.
MILR is great.
Yep.
I'm obviously GM this season. It was good to see 12 of my guys got on the ballot for the All-Star game, which really tells me that I'm doing something right. Even if I'm not pitching very well in MLR or hitting very well in MILR,
I mean,
my
at least,
managerial skills
yeah,
must be pretty good.
at least in the sense of like, fucking playing time must at least be equal enough for that many people to
Yeah,
have enough
yeah,
qualifying
that's
at bats in games and also like good stats. Like obviously you can't just like
yeah.
qualify with the minimums anyways. Like so,
You
that's
know,
a
he's going to
success
hit
to
that
me. That's
one
like the big
sky
checkbox.
high on the left side. Third baseman and catcher rushing over. Third baseman calls off the catcher, and that is an out. Jared Jarvis coming to the plate, 1 for 3, but again made that count with a 0 difference home run. That might sound familiar. It might sound like I'm repeating myself, But in fact, we did have back-to-back zero difference home runs earlier in this game, Stupido and Carrot.
And we were losing our mind about the Stupido one. And then Carrot kind of brought that shit right down.
Folks, we have a message from Teddy Big Stick. Greetings from Oyster Bay, where Theodore makes his home at Sagamore Hill. Greetings, Mr. President. It is great to hear from you as always. Do any of you have a
Alrighty.
different strategy in minor league as opposed to major league? Do you play the game differently? Hard laces one into right field, one hops for the right fielder, and that is a clean single for the Arizona Diamondback.
Me personally, the minors are a good place to practice different strategies. So I do pitch a little bit differently, but it's more because it's just a low stress environment. I would say that if I do something in the minors, there's a chance it might get added to the majors. There's a chance that it won't. It's just a matter about how it feels. But it's more of a testing ground than anything else.
So a way to tackle things.
Well, last season I hit in MLR, pitched in MILR, and I pitched very, very well in MILR last season, and it has barely gone over to MLR. And I hit pretty badly in MLR last season, and that went perfectly over to MILR. I started the season 0-13, I think, which not great. But
certainly not what you were looking for.
Yeah.
Salami comes to bat. Salami having gone 0 for 3 so far tonight with runner on first and one out as we're here in the top of the 7th inning.
Carrot's taking off.
Yep, Salami
Bobby's
getting
been
the
thrown
rare
the fuck out.
Bobby Chadwick has been ejected from the game, folks, for saying something that truly I cannot repeat because it was just absolutely unintelligible.
Yeah, it's not that it's not good to not repeat it. It's we literally cannot repeat it.
I'll attempt
It's
it.
it's not it's not
Antipodean accent. I think he
As
said what was
Jarvis is caught at second base, oversliding the bag.
He couldn't run that
We
fast
now
because
have
he was bewildered trying to pronounce the fucking word that Bobby got thrown the fuck out of this game for.
Rusna Doog. I believe that's.
Is that a town in Australia?
Could be.
No, but Humpty Doo is.
Typo.
What would Humpty do, Ellis? What would Humpty do?
Very little. I used to live in Humpty Doo, and I did very little.
When you tell people you're from there, they go, "Are you fucking with me?"
Well, I now live right next to a suburb called Fly Creek, which sounds somehow more made up.
Kind of, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
and Salami comes to the plate now with the bases empty.
That caught stealing was actually the first caught stealing for Big Loam supporters. Every other attempt had been successful.
Does that mean that Big Lom is no longer rigging this? I mean, I'm sorry, what?
Well, you got to get like a 92 on the test. You can't ace it, otherwise they know you're cheating.
Yeah.
Salami remains hitless, but no longer off the bases entirely as they work their first walk of the game. Runner back on first base, this time with 2 outs. Estrogen plus Gorgonzola remains the pitcher for the moment as we are here in the top of the 7th inning with 2 outs.
No errors from either side. It's been a clean day in the outfield.
Love to see that.
The only
The day that
errors
we
have
start
been.
having errors, it's going to get very confusing.
Well, technically, we do have errors. You can error and get thrown out.
Sure. You can improperly submit something to umpot and inadvertently auto.
Yeah, you can do that.
Happens
I
every
mean,
year.
there
You
was
have to be stupid to do
there was
that.
there was a minor league game we were playing earlier this year, and in the write-up, somebody wrote Charlie Buntman's name, and
Yes, that's a classic.
read it as a bunt attempt.
Mm-hmm. That was a classic. At least that was like so obvious though too, where it's just fucking hilarious and it's just like quick little reset and it's fine, but it's just like so goddamn funny because it's just so random where it's like, oh shit. We fixed that.
Third hits this one up in the air. It's coming back behind home plate. Catcher settles under it, up near the fence, but that is caught for the 3rd out of the inning. We are going to head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Folks, I'd like to invite everybody to do their 7th inning stretch.
I'm going to use that as my escape. I've got some cheesecake waiting for me in the fridge downstairs, so I'm going to stretch my legs, walk downstairs, and head back to my clubhouse.
Are
All
you
right,
going
thank
to
you for
bring back
joining us.
cheesecake for us?
Congratulations
Godspeed.
on a good game.
Appreciate y'all. Have a great rest of your broadcast.
Take care. Reminder for anybody who is listening, if you'd like to join the broadcast, please go ahead and give Dayman, Nightman, or myself a ping, and we will coordinate getting you in.
Or Henry as well.
Or Henry. Or
Right,
Flame
we have a
Tats.
new pitcher, Rusty Nails.
Rusty Nails, the GM of the Arizona Diamondbacks, 2-time All-Star themselves, and a Hall of Famer in their own right. Not really known as a pitcher, though. To my knowledge, Rusty's really a hitter. Through and through.
Well,
This
sometimes
season,
the best pitchers are the best hitters, or vice versa.
you do have to really understand the game one way or the other to be successful at both. This season, in 7 games, Rusty is OPSing nearly 1.3. So hard to say that they can't handle it. Coming to the plate is Mark, who is just going to fly this one to the outfield. Center fielder and left fielder coming together. Center fielder calls off. And that is our first out of the inning. The half, rather. Mikey Thomas from the Florida Marlins next at bat. Rusty Nails on the bump. Here with Henry McCade, Ellis Nash, and Dayman Nightman. Henry, a rookie. Ellis, I believe your 2nd season.
Yeah.
And Dayman back season 9. So we've got quite a variety here. Folks, how do you think that this game has been relative to the average game? Obviously quicker. But anything that you're seeing that really stands out to you relative to your normal game?
A lot of zero diffs.
Yeah.
That's true. Seen 3, and I've given a shout over to league statistician Che Orr to see if there have been any games with 3 or more zero difference hits, but I've not yet heard back. If I hear back, I'll be sure to let you know.
Mike Thomas hitting. It looks like it's a hard hit to shallow center field, and that's going to be a single.
Clean single from Mikey Thomas as Jerome S. Monroe comes to the plate 0 for 1 today thus far. Up in a situation where the Osaka Ramen Bulls would really love another base runner, would love to start putting runs on the board, I'm sure. So
Sorry,
Jerome's swing is already in. Ready for a result. But unfortunately, Jerome looks like was guessing something on the inner half, and that one was darting out and away. That is a strikeout. Jerome's going to head back to the dugout looking awfully disappointed. The umps inadvertently called Jerome back to the batter's box before waving him back. Looks like that's just insult to injury. As Arksy Winkler comes to the plate. Arksy, known for, among many other things, playing for Pittsburgh, I believe recently got accepted to college. And if my memory is correct, congratulations, Arksy. We're very happy for you here in the fake baseball world.
Does that mean if your memory is incorrect, we're not happy?
We're still happy. We're just got to find some other reason to be happy. Hey, man, any suggestions for other reasons we might be happy for Arksy?
For him specifically or in general? That's my question.
Either. As Mikey Thomas
For the stolen
takes
base,
off
yeah.
for second with a successful steal. Runner on second base now.
That is their first successful steal of the game.
Successful steal with 2 outs. Could be going for that singles cheese, as former guest Velma Dinkersley referred to it.
And an update from V, who's down on the concourse, just sent me a picture of a massive steak. Self-serve, apparently, because they were cooking it, but I'm not here to question the rules of the concessions at the ballpark here.
They send one to me.
When I asked, I did not get a response, so fuck the booth, apparently.
The server here, the advice being given to Arksy seems to be simply hit the ball. Frankly, is a good suggestion.
Can't go wrong with when you hit the ball.
And indeed, that one's going to poke its way just through the right side. Coming around to score is Mikey Thomas. Standing at first base is Arksy Winkler. And the Osaka Ramen Bulls have their first run of the game, 5-1 in favor of Big Lom supporters. Coming to bat next is Lars Nootbaar, GM of the Atlanta Braves. This year, not doing so much in the average department, only hitting 200 in 5 plate appearances, so 1 hit. They made it count with a home run. I am Lars here. Folks, if you were Lars here, would you be trying to swing for the fences, or would you just be trying to put the bat on the ball?
Bat on the ball, bat on the ball, bat on the ball.
Hey, man, you're looking for small ball here?
I am. Survey says...
Swing is in, folks, and we are just waiting on a result. Swing is in, and Lars does put bat on the ball. that is over by the second baseman, scooting to their left, who's able to get it in their glove, toss over to first just before they make it to the plate. Side retired, heading to the top of the 8th inning. Stupido now promising everyone on their team Toyota, paid for by Tomas, if the team can hit a home run this inning.
I think we're gonna have a presidential guest here soon.
As we head to the top of the 8th inning, this next inning is brought to you by Tomas. Tomas, who is apparently going to buy everyone a Toyota if their team hits a home run in this half. So thank you, Tomas, for your support of the league and of your purchase of a Toyota for everyone.
So he says everyone. Does that include the broadcast team?
I interpreted that.
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah, I interpreted it that way
what
too.
Toyota we get.
To be clear, it's the Toyota home run inning for Team Lam. I think the intent might have been for Team Lam to get the Toyotas, but if you're not going to be specific, if you're not going to say the entire team, if you're going to say everyone gets a Toyota, I think it's awfully hard to take that back, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, the local ECHL team, I'm going to get Teddy in here. Hello, Mr. President. We're talking about free items because apparently free Toyotas are being given away. The local ECHL team gives away free jumbo jacks when they score a certain amount of goals. I have a buddy who.
You're gonna have to define jumbo jack.
Like from Jack in the Box, like, you know, if the Steelheads score 5 goals, everybody gets a free jumbo jack. You know, they steal 4 bases, everybody gets a free taco sort of shit. One of my buddies is really like, he loves that shit. So every time he goes, he's like just leaning over the rail, like, Jumbo Jack, Jumbo Jack. He's like the guy like walking out there with like 10 free Jumbo Jack coupons. He would get, you know, 10 free Toyotas from Tomas.
That sounds like quite the deal.
Yeah, we all get Toyotas if this is good.
I'll take a free Toyota.
Me too.
I could use a
I'm
car.
excited.
What Toyota is it?
Thank you, Tomas.
One I can sell.
I think I gotta go for a Land Cruiser or something.
Bobbert has a 73 Land Cruiser. That is
that's a good car.
Yeah. It was. Somebody kind of fucked it up and like did a bunch of dumb shit on it, but like, yeah, it's cool. We replaced a bunch of stuff and it's pretty neat.
Oh, and we have the pitcher charging home plate. Gorgonzola has went out to home plate, charged it, and they took a nasty hit. And it looks like Stu Pundis is coming in to pitch. They all decided to screw the DH.
Good old National League Baseball here.
Shorty will be hyped.
Yep.
Honestly, I would be surprised if Shorty felt that there were enough fights in baseball these days. We are joined by Mr. President himself, Teddy Bigstick. Mr. President, how would you say this season has been going for your Oakland Athletics? As Skip Ballou comes to the plate.
It's been an up and down season, but we're still optimistic about our chances. We're sitting at 500 as we go into the break. Tough loss this session to the Rangers, who had some timely hitting at just the right time for them and the wrong time for us.
Yeah, I would say sorry about that, but I'm not technically on the Rangers anymore.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right. That's baseball for you.
That's baseball, Susan.
It seems that you have been honored as an all-star in the minor leagues this year. Congratulations. How have you been enjoying your minor league season this year?
I really have enjoyed my minor league season. You were speaking with my teammate Gary earlier. We're both proud to be representing the Springfield Sallies, and it's been a fun season, and I'm enjoying being in the clubhouse with those fine folks.
Reasonable. Was in your GM, Jordy McDougal's team. I believe it was last year. It may have been the year before. Hard to remember at this point. And she runs quite a good team, so I'm sure you guys are having a great time over there.
We are. I mean, we're having fun, and that's the name of the game.
It looks like Skip Ballou has issued a swing while driving. And
Incredible.
Apparently
In
he
case
can
anyone is
drive
concerned,
hit.
He got
it
his
was
Toyota
via
early.
voice chat.
They told me I couldn't park on the fucking field. What the hell, man?
Well, Damon, that's because you are not the LOM paying for this exhibition. That appears to be Tomas, who is offering free Toyotas should the team hit a home run in this half an inning.
Oh my.
Mr. President, are you allowed to accept a Toyota, or is that considered a violation of the emoluments clause of our Constitution?
That would be a violation. However, I'm not a participant in the game, so I will gladly feed any Toyotas given to the players.
A worthy sacrifice.
Besides, I'm a Honda man myself.
There it is. I was
Honda man,
so
my goodness.
waited.
I would have thought that you would have been an American car gentleman.
He's
supporting
smart.
our local
This is true.
industries.
Hondas are made in West Virginia.
And Skip taking off for second, but it looks like, ooh, tag just before getting into the plate. That is an out for our team name to be determined / Big Lom supporters here.
Yeah.
Knows what teams are.
Whatever.
I certainly don't.
Yeah. Team whatever
I
they
had
are.
to talk them out of changing their name every inning.
That was discussed, yes. Correct.
You chalk them out of it for what reason?
Because I am manually keeping a score sheet, and it's already enough hell trying to keep it with all of this going on.
Quick, and stepping into the plate is Homer Knocker. Fortunate for Homer that we have Teddy Big Stick, the president of the Homer K. Knocker fan club. Mr. President, would you like to say any words to Homer in advance of the swing?
Yes, Homer, despite or in spite of any result that you may receive, the Big Stick branch of the Homer K. Knocker fan club will continue to support you. Thank you for your service.
Heard it here, folks. Support is not conditional upon success. I think that's something we could all look to replicate and admire as we look to see what the result is going to be here.
Yeah. And that's a good thing because Homer's 0 for 1 with 2 walks, one of them being a beanball.
It's like this is not going to help the cause with a soft hit towards the shortstop, scooped up, fired over to first in time for the out. Mr. President, we did ask some of our earlier guests, what is your view on the Homer minor league announcements? Are you a fan? Could you do without it? How do you feel?
Well, I'll say it this way. I know that they are polarizing. I myself am a fan of the announcements. I find it a fun way to engage the crowd and to gain as many reacts as Homer can. And this is how Homer gets on the starboard very frequently. So I support it.
It does seem to get to the starboard nearly every time in some way, shape, or form.
Even yesterday when he announced he was pregnant.
Everybody's pinging Anderson, who asked when they are batting 1 second before the ump ping for them happened, and now
Moss
everybody
does
is
appear to be.
pinging them the you're up to bat.
Oh, I have, by the way, while we're waiting, I have taken the liberty to order steaks for the broadcast booth. They should be forthcoming shortly.
Oh, perfect.
Very kind. Thank you, Mr. President.
Beautiful.
It's fortunate for us because the pay in this broadcast does not cover steaks.
Wait, you're getting paid?
No.
You guys are getting paid?
Andre Anderson at bat against Stu Pundis watches that pitch low and is going to trot on over to first base. Top of the eighth, 2 outs, runner on first base. We will have a new hitter here shortly. Read the signboard here. Looks like it will be Sierra Hightower. Now, Mr. President, you play in Oakland with Reno, is that right?
That's correct.
Care to give the folks who may not know them very well a little bit of character insight, what they might be like inside the clubhouse?
Certainly, Reno's been a big part of the Oakland culture. Number is actually retired. One of a few players with a retired number who is actively playing. Has served the A's both from both sides of the plate. All-star in season 8 as a pitcher, and then he's played for us the past 3 seasons as a batter. And good glue player in the clubhouse. We love Reno.
Here, folk, Oakland loves Reno.
I thought Oakland
And
was moving to Vegas.
Oh no.
this league, it's not. Much as for many years, Houston was the Colt 45s, as the Expos still remain in Montreal.
And Florida Marlins instead of Miami.
Marlins still remain in Florida. In this league, the Athletics remain in Oakland. Andre Anderson, despite being 2 outs and the risk of running out of the inning of a free Toyota, darts for second and does get in there safely.
The dream lives.
And that is the 4th stolen base for Big Loam.
Osaka Ramen Bowl's not doing a great job of holding on base runners this game.
Arxie's just getting eaten alive
Is
behind home plate.
Is Ander taking off for third? I think Ander's taking off for third.
Our Toyotas, no!
The pitch isn't even in
yet.
Bad answer. Bad answer. We need that fucking soundbite from It's Always Sunday. It's just like, Charlie, name an animal that we eat that doesn't eat us. Dragon. Bad answer. Bad answer. Bad answer. Charlie, do you eat a lot of dragon? No, it's a food for kings. I'm more of a peasant man myself.
We're hearing that it may be a good answer.
It might be that this pitch was in fact in, just not posted officially. So we are going to see a steal attempt here.
The dream, it lives. We lost Noah. Hello, Noah. Welcome back, sir.
Noah's back. I guess he had to go pick up the steaks.
He had to go get the steaks. No!
Andre has run out of the Toyota inning.
Interestingly, play 69 of the game.
Play 69 kills the Toyota dream.
Last.
How about a Jumbo Jack? Someone sponsor a Jumbo Jack.
Hey man, would you like to sponsor a Jumbo Jack?
I don't want to sponsor a Jumbo Jack giveaway. I want to be part
I'll
of a
sponsor
jumbo
one.
jumbo jack giveaway.
Boy has announced the next inning will give away a Hot Wheels Chevy Tahoe if somebody hits a home run.
That's a good deal.
I don't think I've ever seen a Chevy.
Really?
You are not missing much of anything.
Have you seen an American car before? There you go.
Yeah, you know, like the big, massive, like
Trucks?
trucks you guys
Yeah.
have, like, yeah, we call those yank tanks.
Yeah. You know, have you
Yeah.
ever seen like, okay, so like you know those like big ass trucks, but like ones that are like SUVs, like they basically are like the big ass truck but with a covered back and like 3 rows of seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, around here, because there's like a lot of Mormon people around here. We call those MAVs, Mormon assault vehicles, because normally like people with like huge families, right? Like they have like.
Rusty Nails back on the mound as we head to whichever inning we're in. I truly don't know anymore.
Bottom
The
of the
bottom.
eighth.
Bucky Saber at bat. We are joined by Ellis Nash, starting pitcher in this game, and Teddy Big Stick, OGM of the Oakland Athletics. Bucky's going to sky that one just behind second base. Second baseman is wandering under it, wandering a bit to the right with the wind, and is going to make the catch.
I thought the wind might take that for a minute there.
It's windy here in this
For a minute,
ballpark
but
wherever we are.
wherever we are, folks, you might think this is a neutral ballpark. It actually isn't. It's got increased home run and third base ranges, uh, which you'd think might explain the home runs, but all have been zero difference home runs tonight. So truly would have been home runs in any ballpark in this league. Even the
And there
Polo
has
Grounds
not
wouldn't have
been
held
a
that.
single. There hasn't been a single triple.
And it's like plus 15 or plus 10 to triples.
Sometimes you just don't get what you need. That's okay, folks.
The umps are typing.
Folks,
Several
important
people
question
have
for
made
you.
a appearance.
When you get to the
Oh, we have our
Hold on a
first.
minute.
Hold on.
two pundits at the plate, Rusty winds up, here's the pitch, and that one is clobbered to left field. Left fielder doesn't even bother to move. That ball is out of here. Osaka Ramen Bowls with their second run of the game as they pull within 3 of Big Lom supporters.
Get your Jumbo Jack coupons at the door as you exit, people. Get your Jumbo Jack coupons at the door.
Our ushers are standing by and at the ready for you while supplies last.
As Milk Boy comes to the plate, Mr. President, Stu Pundis, another one of your teammates, recently unretired this season. Uh, any insight into why Mr. Pundis decided this was the season to return?
Stu has always been a welcome figure in the Oakland clubhouse, and he simply decided that while he enjoyed the retired life, he had the fake baseball itch still. So we kept his number retired, but gave it back to him. It's a similar story, and he is back in the saddle and swinging the stick for us.
Imagine a very welcome voice in that clubhouse.
Very much so. Keeps things light with his puns, for which he is obviously very well known, and we are quite happy to have him back in the green and gold.
Do you think it's been a wonderful addition to the team?
I would say so, yes.
Milk Boy looks to get ready in the box, waiting for their swing. They've
Oh,
gone
looks
3
like
for 3 tonight.
a substitution is coming in.
Hello, everybody. Had to make a
Putting
quick
out the hitter who's gotten 3 singles on the day seems like a bold choice, but hey, I'm not in charge. Like, looks like Cody may be coming in.
Yep.
Cody McGoatface, the GM of this squad.
In the spirit of stupendous, when Milk Boy found out he was being subbed out, he said, "No way."
Hi, Freddie.
Thank you.
Our ops,
I don't
our
know.
ops
It's
is here.
Hijack the live broadcast because I can.
Hello, hello.
I'm just saying,
It's like
no point
Gene's
complaining
territory coming
about
in.
getting subbed out. A little spoiled, don't you think, Teddy?
I do think so, but I think he's had a very good game, and I think they just want to get somebody else in there.
Yeah.
I can
Wise
give you
day.
an insight on that here. They forgot to get Goaty in, and everyone has to play for it to be a legal game, according to the rules.
Thank you. This coming directly from head umpire Freddie Huff. Thank you, Freddie.
Of
As
course.
Cody pops that one sky high. Not what you're looking for there, but that's going to be an easy out. As we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Domino Calzone coming up. Domino 0 for 3 tonight. Certainly a feared hitter. Took the league by storm last year in their rookie year.
Domino is not one to fold easily.
No, absolutely demolished. Looks like there's some discussion of further mid-game trades, including Goaty asking if he can trade himself. A very funny joke, to be fair.
This stream brought to you by Trade Leaks.
Trade Leaks.
MLRTR league brought to you by MLR Trade Rumors. MLR Trade Rumors. Why do you need rumors? Transaction log exists.
Well,
and
but also here, now that I have clearance from the umps, I will actually be umping the top of the 9th in live from here. You will hear the thoughts of an umpire live, unfiltered.
Oh no.
Fantastic.
We'll
It's
try to fill the dead air.
Domino's
Thank you.
gonna watch that one inside and trot on up to first base.
it was out of the calzone.
To be clear, that was an umps are stupid joke, not a Freddie sucks joke. Freddie, appreciate you.
No, thank you.
It's a tradition. You gotta heckle the refs.
Freddie sucks and umps are bad. I get it.
We went to his.
Come on, Blue.
We as Mark steps into the box here, we went to a ECHL game the other night, and the linesmen were making some really bad calls, and I proudly heckled so loud that I made eye contact with somebody across the stadium, as in they heard me, and I was very proud of that.
At a Kennesaw State baseball game last year against UGA, it was home at KSU, and I was in a group of people heckling the pitcher when he got the last strikeout. And if you ever see a highlight of a Georgia pitcher kind of gesturing over to the first base dugout at KSU, I was with that group heckling him.
Yeah, nothing better when you can get someone to go "fuck you" from the field, just like, yeah, you heard me, motherfucker.
As there is a 2-run blast from Shanine.
Mark with the good answer.
Goodness, Mark Skinny with a 2-run home run to bring this to a 1-run ball game. Osaka Ramen Bowls 4, Big Lom supporters 5.
He's him.
My goodness. Now, Mr. President, you play with Mark Skinny here. Usually a pitcher. Does he give insight into what he's seeing from a scouting perspective for the hitters?
He does. It's not unknown for Mark to provide insights. He has let us know that he would like to avail himself to hit should the opportunity ever arise. It has arisen before. Hopefully it'll arise again for him because that's quite the result there for him.
Absolutely. I don't think you could ask for more in that moment.
Not at all.
Oh, pitching change. Wow. And they said it in the I'll run here.
We
Who are
do
they
have a
bringing in?
pitching change coming in.
Okay, now that Rusty is out of the game, I will say, Rusty had the single longest pitch list I've ever seen in my entire life. At its peak, it was, let me count this here.
He had Steely comes in to pitch, and Mikey Thomas comes back up to bat.
27 pitches long. He had a 27 pitch long list at one point.
That's quite impressive.
For a perfect game, I guess.
Yeah, and I told him in the middle of that, hey, you're lucky I like you, Rusty, because otherwise I would have told you to stop listing pitches after like the 10th. Because he was only going to pitch like 2 innings. He doesn't need 15 pitches.
Dude, you're here for like 10 at-bats if you give up runs. What the like?
Goodness, Mikey Thomas with another home run. We have a tie game here in the bottom of the 8th, folks.
I think they're doing this because they don't like Loam. That's the only answer.
Or they just really like
feel
Jumbo Jacks.
disrespected.
Yeah.
They might also just want a Jumbo Jack.
True.
Hey man, do you feel personally disrespected by Team Big Lom supporters being caught here?
Well, you know, them changing their name was so funny that I don't think it counterbalances that, but we might be getting there. You know, if they keep giving up runs like this, it'll sully our mediocre name.
Folks, we are in the bottom of the 8th. 2 outs. Osaka Ramen Bowls have just tied the game. Jerome S. Monroe coming to the plate. 0 for 2 today. We have a brand new ball game here. Mr. President, as I recall, you were a part of quite a comeback way back in Season 8, Minor League 8B. Is that right?
That is correct. And in fact, the current batter, Jerome, was our starting pitcher in that game.
Those who might not be familiar with this particular game, do you want to give a quick little summary here?
Certainly. The Santa Rosa Scuba Divers were hosting the Belize Nuts in the Styrofoam Cup that season, and the Nuts took a significant lead late in the ball game, but the Scuba Divers had a comeback for the ages in the bottom of the 6th inning. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We went to extra inning, so bottom 7th inning.
It was an astounding game, as best I recall. And Jerome, unfortunately, in this case, is going to be sat down via strikeout. But the Osaka Ramen Bowl striking back, tying the game as we head to the 9th inning. This inning will be umpired by Freddie Huff, who will be joining us in the booth.
Hello there, everyone. You're about to hear. So we have about 20 seconds left till the start of the inning. Each inning had a 45-second, or each half inning we've been doing 45 seconds between them. Make sure the timers are all good. Is Stu still pitching? Let me check.
This
is still pitching. So
this half inning brought to you by Seconds. Seconds, they're shorter than minutes.
Great insight. Thank you.
Hey man, I don't make the ad copy. I just read what's in front of me.
It's true. You know, I have an ad here for Teddy's soda company, but they gave me their B-roll copy and it's inaudible.
Oh no.
Yes. Unfortunate.
This inning brought to you by Fitz's Soda. Fitz's, stop by a location near you for a frosted mug of root beer or 6.
Endorsed by Teddy Big Stick.
All right. So the pitch is
Good root
in.
beer, folks.
Oh. Stu Pundis has pitched. The bat is going live.
All right, folks, and Sierra Hightower steps to the plate. Sierra with a very solid hit range here. 128 for a hit, 152 for a walk. Get in there typing here.
Oh my God!
Sierra
Giant play.
is a homer strikeout hitter, so there's no surprise it's not the biggest range in the world. But nearly
And that
40 home
will
run range.
Home run.
punch out here.
Fortunately, that is not going to do it. That is a strikeout for Hightower. 1 out in the top of the inning.
And the sheet no longer wants to automatically save. We are having technical difficulties. Please hold for about 5 seconds.
Could this be an MLR game without technical difficulties? I think
Okay.
not.
Oh,
No.
Since we do have the ump warden here, Mr. President, how would you say that the sheet is these days? Has it developed any new fun, exciting quirks?
Every now and then we'll encounter some difficulties, but we are in a period where we're confident that the sheet will remain stable for standard gameplay.
Any surprising interactions that you've seen lately with it, or has it been largely cooperative these days?
It has been largely cooperative these days. The first couple of seasons,
And we
it
haven't
was introduced. Oh yes, go ahead.
Where's so Victor Lopez? Giles Sweeney will be coming in a designated hitter for Xavier Lopez here. Is that Giles Sweeney pinch hitting for Xavier Lopez? And
Here first, folks. I'm going to ask everyone in turn. Henry, I know I've heard your opinion. Dayman, yours as well. Ellis, Teddy, what is your view on the DH?
Necessary evil.
I'm not a fan of the DH. However, it is here to stay.
I think that is without a doubt. And I do think there are some folks, notably Shorty, who wish that were not the case.
Yeah, maybe a not so necessary evil, actually.
We do enjoy home runs, but we enjoy Bartolo Colon home runs even more.
This is true. As Giles Sweeney watches that one go by, but that is outside. And Giles is going to head on over to first base. Runner on first, 1 out. Freddie, who's coming up next?
next up will be Stupido Einsteiny taking his. I haven't actually been keeping count. 4th at bat of the game. 5th at bat of the game. I thought for some reason the count stopped working for some players. I don't know why. She just did that.
Don't ask questions. Just appreciate it.
Yep. MLR sheet is incredibly useful. It is an incredibly well-designed thing. At times I believe it is alive when I try to change things.
It's always fun when you go and change
Like
something,
question,
and then you're
how that could possibly happen. Like I don't see anywhere that this error could possibly occur from, but it is an error that occurred.
It looks like we have Skip Blue in the broadcast queue.
I believe Skip is still in the game, no?
No, he was brought out.
Baloo.
No,
I have Baloo still in the game, so.
you have Blue still in the game? Oh, nope, he is still in the game.
Ignore.
All right. Oh, Skip unfortunately will not be joining us just now. But as we wait to see what happened here, Stupido at the plate. Dayman, you work very closely with Stupino. Uh, any any special memories that you have? Anything that you think
And
is funniest to know?
Well, his swing is in, so we'll hold that. We'll hold that story.
alrighty, the swing is in.
It's 239 for the 23 mutual friends and 9 mutual servers that Stupido has with Stu.
How many? Let me see. What's the number with Stupido? No, it's not quite the exact. It's not,
Answer of questionable quality.
and we have a pinch hitter coming in.
Having made it
will
out.
be. Let me go process this. Yep. Then there is a new hitter. Kara Jerabus is leaving the game in favor of Jose Alduve. He was not on the roster until 5 seconds ago.
Oh, we have a special substitution.
A man's jumped over the left field fence. He's walking into the batter's box.
The bat, and he will jump over the fence, and everyone is treating it as legitimate somehow.
His bat is one of those empty beer ones.
Made of plastic. Let's see what happens.
A hope and a dream.
And the pitch is in.
Jose Alduve, aka Tomas. The third of the big Lom making an appearance.
Everyone is recognizing this as legitimate. Because we've been handed orders the top on down.
We've got white smoke. White smoke.
White smoke.
We got white smoke. Law approves. And that's gonna get let me check 7-1 against 88. That is going to get on base, and there are runners at the corners now. Runners at the corners coming in 3, 2, and 1.
That's how you swing the stick.
Noah, I have a special message for you from Skip. He says hi.
Let's tell Skip hello. And the crowd has started chanting that they want Dayman Nightman. Dayman, who is not on the roster for either team, being requested to hit.
Well, I think Big Loam supporters are gonna run out of at bats here before I can drive to the stadium and jump out of the broadcast booth, I guess. They wouldn't let me park my Toyota here.
Wait, how did you get a Toyota, Dayman?
Well, I was hoping to replace it.
Parking has been a pain at this game. It was real hard to get
yeah, it was.
I had no trouble in my Honda Civic.
I don't have any spots. It's a bit of a pain. Parking spots are tiny. Okay. Salami will come back now here with 2 outs. Theo get the pin correct this time. Alrighty, that bat's up. Salami 0 for 3. Steps back up.
Oh for 3 with a walk.
They're due.
Supposedly we have some turnover in the commissioner's box.
The commissioner has ejected himself.
That is by 7. The result is very narrow. but the inning is over, and we head to the bottom of
Salami. Salami
Very
having a
close.
rough day at the plate. We head to the bottom of the ninth where the Osaka Ramen Bowls could walk this off.
Alrighty, I have to leave the live broadcast now, everyone. I wish you all the best of luck. And
Godspeed.
hope
Thank
you
you
all
for
are. Of
joining.
Thank you, Freddie.
course. See you.
I say as though I'm not a guest myself.
Well, at this point, you're just another commentator.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
Teddy's like one of those house guests where they may be unexpected, but then you don't find yourself wondering when they're gonna leave. It's like,
Well, it
no,
looks
Why,
like
thank
a
you.
vote has been
don't.
called for Salami's execution.
I don't think anyone needs to be executed on the ball diamond today.
But maybe we'll send Salami to the dugout with some jumbo jacks and a juice box.
And a Slim Jim. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Seems like a good idea.
And
Sending Salami to MILR live.
And they have Celia on the mound for Team Big Lom as Lars Newbar comes to bat. Lars 0 for 1 so far tonight.
We do seem to have an possible error.
There's always a sheet error. These things happen. Major sheet error. That doesn't sound good.
I have to go result for another game because Dirk is very busy doing this game.
Sure.
Let's see here.
Always good
Updated
when
and Lars is actually not at bat. Arksy Winker is at bat.
always good when the person who swings in a human hemp game immediately puts in the is like a captain, immediately puts in the group DM. If you come back here asking for pitches, I will disappear in the forest and never to be seen again. Don't give me that power over you,
Oh,
folks.
dear.
Don't give the umps that power over you.
Mr. President, I hope you don't take that personally.
I don't mind. I understand that there are sometimes frustrations that pop up with the officiants of any contest, and you just have to let that roll off your back.
Yeah.
You have Sealy has the pitch in, Artsy Winker getting ready to hit. Mr. Bigsick, you've been the ump ward now for a few seasons. What have you learned about umpiring in your time leading the charge here?
I've learned that we have a very passionate and dedicated group of people who volunteer their time as umpires. Much as human umpires aren't perfect, our umpire volunteers aren't perfect, but I see, effort to correct errors, and I'm pleased with how things are going.
Artsy trying to knock this one out of the park, instead knocks it just behind home plate. Catcher barely needs to take 2 steps back and makes the catch for an out here. Bottom ninth, 1 out. is going to be, if I can find the right thing on my screen here. Next up should be Lars Nootbaar Jr. Lars 0 for 1 tonight. And as the GM of the Atlanta squad, hasn't seen a lot of action this year. 5 at bats, 1 hit, but that 1 hit was a home run. Single out in 3 batters faced. Not the prettiest ERA in the league, one with 2 digits that I won't embarrass Lars by saying in full. Suppose we'll see.
Taking into account that he is the rare.
So, have a result, everyone.
Hello.
Flame types it up here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Tie game. Yeah. The sheet shows correct.
Tell me this is a walk-off home run with a 420 swing.
Subscribe.
Please be a zero diff.
Subscribe.
Please be a
God.
zero diff.
Please tell me this isn't a 0-diff 420 walk-off homer.
Oh dear, that would be very funny.
Good heavens. Now we have upset Tamadashis and Mies.
Flame will.
Oh no, the Mies are revolting.
And that is going to be a wall scraper, but a home run, a walk-off home run for the Osaka Ramen Bulls, who at one point trailed 5 runs to nothing, have come back to win this game 6-5.
That's Max Homers for you, baby.
Yep.
That's Max Homers.
That's Max Homers for you, baby.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work most of the time, but when it works, my goodness, does it work.
Also helps that the park had plus 15 home runs, or plus 10 home runs and plus 5 doubles.
Oh my.
Plus 5 doubles or plus 5 triples?
In the clubhouse.
Plus
I'll
5
see you guys later.
Alrighty.
Take care, Ellis.
Goodbye.
Hey,
What a
folks,
game.
well,
What an MLR Live game.
I hope that everybody enjoyed their second annual live game. It's been a fun time to broadcast for all of you. On behalf of myself, our guests, and the entire broadcast crew, thank you for tuning in. I hope you had a good time. And I hope everybody enjoys their all-star festivities.
Yep. Agreed. Agreed.
Remember to spay and neuter your pets.
New to your
for
pets,
joining
tip your
us.
waiter and waitress, fry the eggplant, and have a good night. Or in the case of Ellis, a great day.
Amen.
Take care,
Alright.
folks.
Take care, everyone.
Have a good one, guys.